Iowa has sent notice that the Republican nominee and the next president of the United States will not be chosen by the media. Will not be chosen by the Washington establishment.
Ted Cruz on a roll, by now done basking in his win from Iowa. New Hampshire beckons quickly, and the time is coming for him and his followers to answer a simple question about a possible day in November, one that he simply may be unable to answer in a manner that would make him truly electable. Spin that wheel. Let's take it around the dial to 570 KLIF in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, where he rules the weekday afternoon drive time. Finish up tonight with the defender of liberty, Grant Stinchfield. All right, Grant, let's look at Ted Cruz. I'm sure the people in Texas are thrilled about it. Got the win, beat back Donald Trump and Marco Rubio here. But here's the big question. There are many people who believe, even today, that he is simply not electable. He is too far extreme in some of his views. He will not capture the independents and the Democrats. How do you answer that?
Well, so that's exactly what they said about Ted Cruz, Ed, when he was running for Senate 4 years ago. You know, I ran for Congress 4 years ago, and I campaigned along Ted Cruz side by side, and I always looked at him. I said, man, this guy is amazing. The amount of grassroots support that he got, and he basically came out of nowhere in Texas, ran a campaign that's shocked and surprised a lot of people. So I'm not surprised that he put together this ground game in Iowa. And the one thing I've learned about Ted Cruz, never count this guy out. It really is amazing the way he campaigns.
But how does he then attract those people? Because we both know you have to get the independent voters to win the presidency.
Well, I will acknowledge that I think he has a tough road to the White House ahead of him. I think Marco Rubio put himself in a great spot. Donald Trump is still there. You know, as Ted Cruz, he's going to lose Iowa. There's no doubt about it. Probably South Carolina. I'm not sure there's a path for Ted Cruz to the White House, but I will tell you, after watching him campaign in Texas for the Senate and now for the White House, this guy has tricks up his sleeve that surprise a lot of people. All I can say is conventional wisdom may not have him winning the White House, but do not count Ted Cruz out.
A minute left, and here comes the Marco Rubio question now. He says that he is not only strongly conservative, but that he can and will unify the party. Do you see that as the inevitable for him?
Well, I think Marco Rubio unfairly got labeled an establishment candidate solely because of his big problems with immigration. You take immigration out of it, Marco Rubio is a conservative guy. Anybody that makes an argument that Marco Rubio is not conservative is looking at you in the face, and he's lying. I think Marco Rubio probably of all the candidates would have the most likelihood of uniting people. I've talked to Democrats, including my mother, who's a liberal from New York, Ed, and she says I would vote for Marco Rubio.
All right, then let's look at it this way. The people you hear today on your radio show and that you will hear, you know these people, 20 seconds left. Would they vote for Marco Rubio if he was there? Would they have a problem with it?
I think everybody that listens to my show says we've got to unite around whoever that candidate is. And you can fight like the Dickens to get your candidate to be the nominee, but once the nominee is decided, I know in Texas we have such a conservative and a strong conservative state that we're going to rally behind whoever it is.
And remember, everybody, it's only one. It's just Iowa. we got a long way to go. We still have New Hampshire and South Carolina. Everybody relax. We'll still talk about it.
Hey,
Grant,
Ed, they're going crazy over 170,000 voters. That's not even a big town here in Texas.
I got you. Grant Stinchfield, weekday afternoons, 570 KLIF in Dallas-Fort Worth. Thanks for joining us, partner. Talk to you soon. Rock on, true believers. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here tomorrow night on the fastest 60 minutes of news, The Hardline.